They warned me never to stay past midnight, but I didn't listen. And now, the house won't stop whispering my name. You've entered the house that whispers, where every wall hides a secret, and every secret demands to be heard. When my uncle died, he left me something strange in his will, a mansion. A massive, decaying old house that stood in the countryside, far from town. I hadn't seen him in years. In truth, no one had. He lived in that house alone. People avoided him. People avoided the house. On my way there, the villagers looked at me with something between pity and fear. One old woman even grabbed my wrist and said, "Never stay past midnight." Her voice shook when she said it. I tried to laugh it off, but the warning stayed with me as I drove down that dirt road and saw the house for the first time. It was huge, yes, but not in a comforting way. Its windows gaped like black, staring down at me. The walls leaned as if the house itself was listening. Inside, dust blanketed every surface. The chandeliers dangled with cobwebs. The floors moaned beneath my boots. And then I found his study. Scattered across the desk were dozens of notes. Scraps of paper filled with scribbles. Symbols, faces with hollow eyes. But one phrase repeated over and over. It whispers when the moon is high. That first night, I stayed in one of the upstairs rooms. At midnight, I woke up to a sound, faint at first, like wind. But then, I realized it wasn't the wind. It was whispering. Too soft to understand, but close enough to crawl under my skin. I pressed my ear against the wall and froze. The voice wasn't random. It wasn't meaningless. It whispered my name.
Daniel.
I stumbled back, my heart racing. The sound swelled for a moment, almost laughing at me before fading into silence. I didn't sleep after that. I couldn't. At exactly 12 the next night, the whisper returned. But this time, it wasn't coming from the walls. It was coming from the hallway. I opened my door and peered into the dark corridor. The house was silent, still. Except at the very end of the hall, there was a door. A door bolted shut with heavy iron latches. And from behind it came a sound. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Slow, deliberate, like fingernails dragging across the wood. I don't know why, but I stepped closer. My chest tightened with every creak of the floor. My hand trembled as I reached for the cold, rusty bolt. And then the scratching stopped. Silence. I leaned in, holding my breath, and that's when it came. A whisper, clear as day, from the other side of the door. "Let me out." My blood froze. I stumbled backward before running into my room and locking the door behind me. I sat awake until morning, shaking, waiting for the sound to return. It never did. And now, I have to wonder, what was my uncle hiding in this house? Why was he so alone? And why, after all these years, does the thing behind the door know my name? Tomorrow night, I'll find out. The house has many doors, and each one hides something worse. Come back next Thursday to see which door opens next.